Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I am Miss D and today is going to be, yes, as you saw in the title of my video, it is going to be all about the at-home manicure and how to do that. So I have some red nail polish on right now. I've got a couple of nails that aren't quite perfect. I'm going to go through the complete process, and gentlemen, this is for you too. I know there's some of you out there who really like to put your best foot, or in this case your best hand forward, whether you're signing a contract or making a deal with a client, or even taking that beautiful special lady out for dinner and you want to present your best. Ladies, I know we always want to present our best as well. Beauty is so important to a lot of us. I like to put the time and effort into how I present myself. I am a representation of my business, of my YouTube channel, and I like to make sure that I am putting my best hand forward. So I am going to show you all the tools that I use here in my own home. I have tried going through a couple of estheticians to have my nails done, and I had shellac, I've had gel nails, but neither of them have actually turned out, unfortunately. They have caused breakage, they've caused my nails to thin, they've caused just damage to my nails. I'm not happy with that. It took me about 2 years in order for me to regain the full quality of my nail, in order for me to be happy with everything that was going on again. But I'm going to show you all the tools that I use. I'll go through each one of them, explain what I do, how I do it, and let's get going. Okay, so as I go along today, what I'm going to do is basically show you everything that I'm going to do to this nail that I will do to all 10 of my digits, and then just quickly go ahead and do that all behind camera, and then come back to you with the next step with as much information as possible behind what I'm about to do. All right, so let's get going. The very first thing that I want to do is remove my nail polish. So I have some acetone-free nail polish in this little pump that I picked up a number of years ago. I don't even remember whether I went to a party to do that or not, but basically we just give this a couple of pumps, release the non-acetone nail polish remover, and go ahead and start removing the color from our nails. Now, when I would use an acetone would be to remove any kind of colored nail polish that is really super dark like this. The reason I'm not using it is because it's very damaging to my nails should I use it. It will tend to cause more breakage and splitting and cracking and whatnot. But if I had sparkles or a really dark nail color like this, then that would be the best option to remove all of that. However, today I am going with non-acetone just because it is way more gentle on my nails. Perhaps it takes a little bit longer, but at the end of it, I will feel better about the health of my nails. Okay, so there is my thumb completed. I'm going to go ahead and remove the rest of my nail polish from all of the rest of my nails, and I will be right back. Okay, so you see here I have now removed all of the nail polish from each of my nails. What I'm going to do next is simply take a fresh cotton swab or cotton ball and douse it with the nail polish remover and go underneath each of my nails, along the cuticles, and just make sure that I have removed all of the color. Then I will take this little brush and run it under some tepid water with a little bit of palmolive, and just remove any of the leftover nail polish remover, and then I will place my hands into this little water bath. It is again tepid, and all tepid means is it's not cold, it's not hot, it's not even really warm. It's just at a place where it's kind of cool, but it's certainly not going to burn you. You're not going to be warm. I will set and rest my hands in here for about 5 minutes. This will simply remove any of the residual nail polish remover, as well as soften my cuticles so that when I go to remove my cuticles, it will be that much easier. So I'll go ahead and do all of those steps now, and I will be back and show you the next step. Okay, so I have cleansed my nails. I have used that little buff brush, and that I picked up from a dollar store. I believe down in the States they are called ABC discount stores. Perhaps you can even purchase one at a Target or any maybe a Walgreens. I do believe here you could possibly in Canada pick them up at either a London Drugs or Shoppers Drug Mart. I do believe they are all across Canada. What I'm going to do next is just simply work with the base of my nails, the cuticles. That is the dried dead skin that tends to gather around the base of my nail. I am going to go ahead and show you with just this thumb. I'll go off camera and finish the rest of my nails, but this will give a very beautiful look to each of my nails. It will clean everything up. I've got a couple of tools here that I will use, but first let's go ahead and just remove this or use this cuticle remover. I'll place that around the base of my nail on the cuticle, let that sit for about 10 seconds. I have a cuticle pusher. It has two different ends on it, and this one end has a rounded edge, whereas the other has a flat edge, and I really like using the flat edge as I feel it gets a better push on my cuticle and gets it back out of the way. So I've got the cuticle remover on there. I'll just simply go along the base of my nail and push that back. You can't really see, but I'm applying very little pressure to actually the cuticle, more to the actual nail itself, so that it's kind of scrapes back but doesn't damage my nail, all at the same time to push back that cuticle. So that will be good. I'm going to go and wash that off, and then I'll come back and show you what to do with this cuticle remover after I've finished with all the rest of my fingers. Okay, I'll be back in a second. Okay, so my nails are now starting to look a lot cleaner and a lot prettier, and what I'm going to do now is just use this cuticle remover. It will go along the base of my nail and cut away any of the dead skin and make each of my nails look absolutely beautiful and ready for nail polish application. And I've got a little piece of paper towel which I will use to dispose of, first of all, the dead skin that I'm peeling away right now, as well as my nail clippings, which I will have in just a moment. So I am going to go ahead and finish off the rest of all of my fingers and then come back to you when I'm ready to clip my nails, okay? That already looks beautiful. So I'll be back in just a sec. Okay, so each of my fingers has been cleansed completely. All of the dead skin has been removed, where the cuticles have been removed. And at this point, I am going to go to my next step, which is using this buffer. And it has three different sides that I like to use. The very first one is grainy, and over the surface of each of my fingernails, I will run this for 7 seconds. It will remove any of the ridges that have occurred throughout the growth of my nails, and it will just help to allow the nail polish and the hardener, the base coat, to adhere to my nails and make them look flawless. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. All right, I have now gone over each of my nails with the buffer, the kind of more grainier side of the buffer. Now I'll go over with this gray section. I'll show you on my thumbnail here, and this will just draw the oils up to the top of the nail, and I'll do this for about 7 seconds. And then finally I will use the white side of my buffer, and this will provide a beautiful shine. I'll do this for about 10 seconds, and this is what will make my nail look absolutely beautiful. so that when I place my base coat on there, it will do nothing but shine. So look at that. That is a beautiful shine. I'm gonna go ahead and finish all the rest of my nails, and I will be right back. Okay, so the work with my buffer is finished. They look really nice and shiny right now. There aren't any ridges on there. My next step is to use a clipper and remove some of the length of my nails. I do a lot of texting on my phone, a lot of typing. I like to keep my nails as short as possible while still looking feminine and elegant. And so actually, this is not something that is suggested to do, to actually clip your nails. It's better to file your nails to make them the shape and whatnot that you wish, but because I will be filing my nails directly after this, it makes it so that it's okay. I do have this little piece of paper towel here that I used to catch the cuticles and dead skin and whatnot that I was removing earlier, so I will use this again and then dispose of that before I come back on camera. But I'll just show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut across my thumbnail just like that, and then because I like my nails to be rounded, I like to cut along the sides and just remove any excess over here on either side of my nail, and then yeah, that looks really good. That's the way that I like to see my nail at the moment, and I will show you how to file them for the shape that I like in just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and remove all the length from the remaining of my nails, and I will be right back. Okay, so I have now clipped each of my nails, the ones that I felt had a little bit too much length on them, and I'm about ready to file each of my nails down so that they all look equal in length. And one thing that I want to mention is that I am using a glass nail file today. This is the least damaging to your nails. It is the least amount of brittleness causing or splitting causing. It is just basically the most gentle tool that you can use on your nail to file each of your fingernails down. And what we want to do is always go in the direction of the growth and be just at a little bit of an angle, probably about a 45-degree angle underneath the nail. So going forward, going forward, going forward, because that's how the nail grows. And I'll do that on either side of my thumb, and then I'll actually go under the front of the nail as well, so that it will create a seal underneath, and then I'll just simply run along the top, again at about a 45-degree angle, pushing down and with very little pressure, and that will give you a beautifully shaped round nail. Now I'm going to go ahead and do that with all the rest of my nails, and I will be right back. Okay, so my fingernails are starting to look absolutely beautiful, and it is at this point that if you are going to see an esthetician or a manicurist in a salon, they would normally put oil around the cuticles to soften. Now, unfortunately, I am a person with most oils, I actually dry up, so it is opposite of the effect that that the oil is supposed to have. But we'll just go with this, and so that is the step that if you wanted to add in there, go ahead. But what I will do right now is just go to my base coat, and this is also a nail hardener. So I'll just apply that as closely to the cuticle without actually touching it as possible, and place that onto my thumbnail. So that looks absolutely gorgeous now. I will go ahead and finish off the rest of my nails, and I will be right back. Okay, so each of my nails has now had the application of the nail hardener or the base coat onto my nails. I've let that dry for a good couple of minutes. Now I'm ready to apply a couple of coats of my nail color. I'll be using this particular color. It's called Rosy Quartz. It's by Sally Hansen Color Therapy, and there is actually some argan oil in here, and for whatever reason this works really well with my skin. I'm not gonna argue with it, so I'll just go ahead, apply that on my one nail. I'm gonna give this a shake, the bottle, and then apply it to my one nail, my thumbnail, and then I'll go ahead and do the rest off camera. But again, being careful not to touch the actual base of the nail, but dragging the color from the base to the tip of the nail. I don't know, there's something soothing about this for me, but that looks so lovely, and I'm really happy with the outcome of that. I'll go ahead and do the rest of the nails. I'll do a second coat, and then I will be back with the final step. Woohoo, we're almost there. This has been a very lengthy process, but I'll be back in a minute. Okay, my lovies, I have come to the very final step. I believe that my nails look so classy and clean and lovely. It's just so uniform. I feel good about my hands and the way they look now. So my final step is to take some Insta-Dry top coat and place it over top of the nail of each of my nails. So I'll do that with my thumb right here for you. And the other thing that I like to do is actually run the brush underneath my nail as well, just to seal underneath the nail, so that it just adds that extra little bit so that it's less likely to crack and split and break and all of that. It'll give it a beautiful finish, and I think we are ready to go. So that is my finished nail. I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, so I'm finished. It was a very long process, but beauty is worth it. If you care about how you look, how you present yourself, then this is always worth it. The time and energy and effort spent into presenting yourself the best possible way that you can. I love doing this. I love trying to be as pretty as possible whenever I go out and put my best foot forward. If you enjoyed what we did today here together, then please just hit that subscribe button. I would love to see you each week after I upload a new video. Also, just hit that notification bell right beside, because that will give you a notification every time I upload a new fresh video for you. Follow me on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Snapchat. I would love to see you there. If you have any comments for me whatsoever, please, please, please feel free to go ahead and write something to me down below. I'd love to hear from you. But until the next time, I wish you all well, and I love you. Thank you so much.